Greetings, this is the Timeshare Traveler. Today is episode 101. HGVMax, new locations as of November 2022. The overview here real quickly. Should you upgrade the HGVMax? I'll make it really simple and I'll go through that. Then I'm going to go through the updating booking availability that I've noticed over the last several months. I know that it was announced to go live in October, and now we're really at the end of October, beginning of November. And then I'm going to go state by state after all the locations have been added in Hilton Grand Vacations, and I'll go through all that, and you can see the states there. Before I dive into the details, let me tell you a little bit about my channel, and then I'll go right into the details. Hi, this is Cliff, and I'm the Timeshare Traveler. Welcome to my channel. The purpose of my channel is to educate those who love traveling in timeshares. I've been an owner for 15 plus years at timeshare ownership. I have elite ownership with Marriott, Hilton, and Worldmark. I have published over 100 timeshare video reviews, and I've published over 95 timeshare tips. I can be found on Facebook at Timeshare Trav, at Twitter, Timeshare Trav, and on the web at www.timesharetraveler.com. Well, should you upgrade to HGVMax? That's a personal decision. Yeah, there's a purchase required. The biggest concern I heard, and I was involved in several postings and various things in chat groups, was the availability at the 6-month window. How much would that really be? So far as I can see, it doesn't look to be perfect, but there are many options, and I'll go through again. I'm going to go through that today when I go through the state-by-state views, and you'll see it for yourself because I actually do screen scrapes and talk about that. So, kind of if going to more locations matters, then upgrade. That's kind of I try to make it simple. I don't have to make this over complex. If you're happy with the current locations and that was always been good enough and that's what you wanted to do, then there's no reason to upgrade. There are nice perks that are coming with the last minute rentals and having the ability to have a certain amount available to fees that are included every year. So those are nice. Now let me tell you about the inventory. The main purpose of this presentation really is to go through an update on the booking availability. This is something you can do, but I figured why not, if you already have HGVMax, I should say you can do it, but if you don't, you can't. So I thought I'd just actually show you what's available, and then that might help you make a decision if you say, ooh, nice, new locations is nice, and then you can actually see what is available. So maybe that would make a difference. Anyway, I just want you to have the information so you can make the decision that's right for you. And just to highlight, I have an HGVMax account both on the Diamond side, so I can look at Diamond and see what's available on the Hilton side, and I also have HGVMax on Hilton Grand Vacation, so I can look at the inventory that's now showing that's from the old Diamond sites. So it's kind of a cross-pollination. The new locations have been added to both sites. Hilton's adding inventory to many new locations from the Diamond side. It seems to be going, it's happening, but it's not super fast. Well, I shouldn't say it's happened in a month. That's actually pretty fast, but it seems to be changing and updating. It's kind of pretty dynamic. I did notice one thing: on the HGVMax inventory is available in Diamond at 100. It seems to be all the locations, so there must have just been one interface on the system level, and they did that, and it looks like it's all live, at least as far as I can tell. I didn't check every last little location, but it looked like everything that was available on the Hilton side was available, so that's really cool. So actually to see that the Diamond people are not getting they weren't live immediately when the sites started coming up on the Hilton side, but they did get to it within a month. So I think that's within the month of October they had that taken care of. And again, I'm going to go state by state and show you examples going for that. So rather than continuing to chat, let me go into that. And it's a little bit of a long presentation. So if you want to scroll ahead to the states that matter to you, you can they come in the order I put them in the overview. And HGVMax on the Hilton side. I'm going to scroll down just to show you availability, and I went all the way out to right now where the maximum is 6 months is May 4th, and you can say plenty of availability on Ridge, Sedona, Scottsdale, both Village, Mirage, and Resorts, both 1-bedroom, 2-bedrooms. No, 3-bedroom Sedona Summit. There's a little less, but still some available. So it looks like a little more difficult to get. The Bell Rock Inn, the studio is available, and Kohl's has a little bit as well. And Los Brijos, I've noticed there's some availability earlier on and prior to the last, so this must be a little area getting busy. Sedona's pretty busy in April and May. It's kind of almost the peak season. And the last two, what I wanted to point out is the PVC and the Rancho Mañana. I don't think they've loaded inventory in yet because I have a Diamond Resort, and there is some availability showing. So it looks like other than these two, the Varsity Club has some located, and it looks like they've just not loaded the inventory because when I log in on my Diamond Resorts, I do see some inventory. Again, it's not perfect here, but again, I'm just trying to show for those of you who are interested in HGVMax but kind of not sure if there's availability. I just want to go through this and provide this for you. We're really right at the end of October, beginning of November right now. So for that's Arizona. On to the next state. I logged into my Diamond Resort account, and but here's on the Hilton side. Again, I went out 6 months just to give you a sense of what's available for those on the Diamond who might be watching this. And by the way, I logged into Diamond, and I have an HGVMax account there, and the Marbrisa shows up. Not full inventory like you see here, but it does show up, as well as I'm scrolling through Marbrisa. Here's Lake Tahoe, so you can see there is availability. Those of you on the Hilton side, and the Sea Point. It shows up on the Diamond side. Club Donatello, I guess you have to call, and Grand Pacific also shows up on the Diamond side. Palm Canyon, it's nice to see, but again, it's getting a little bit hot, in that time frame. But so, and then Riviera Beach, it looks like, I think in this case, I just don't think the inventory is loaded because I looked on the Diamond side, and in 6 months for all of these, there are availability. I can't say for everything here, but I did see availability for some of those. So again, I think some of this on the Hilton side, they haven't loaded the inventory in, even though they have loaded the location, so you can get a sense of what's coming online. They just haven't loaded inventory in, and that may be to do more with the schedule of when to officially make those into the Hilton sites. And that's California. Looking at Colorado on the Hilton side, and what you can see, again, I've scrolled out 6 months, and you can see the availability of the Hilton Grand Vacations Club in Breckenridge, and you can see that on the Diamond side as well. I did see some inventory, just a studio that were available on the Craig's Lodge on the Diamond side, so it looks like they haven't loaded inventory availability for this destination. Again, it's not clear to me when they're going to do that. Just have all the sites loaded, but not all of the inventory is loaded. So there you have Colorado. Use the HGVMax on the Diamond because it's all lumped together with Florida, and then I'll quickly go back. But what's nice to see is on the Diamond side, they seem to actually have most everything. I noticed all the sort of Marco Island, and those are not available, but all the others seem to be. Tuscany, all the ones from Orlando are there. You can see those. You also see the McAlpin and the Cypress Point, which is right next to it, and it's one of the managed. It doesn't show as available on the Hilton side, but it is. So it looks like on the Diamond side, if you're an HGVMax owner, you do have the full inventory on Florida and elsewhere. So it must be easier to integrate just one database from the Hilton side over to the Diamond side than the other way around. And I'm not sure how that's being done, but you can see all the managed properties that you have visibility. So those are the original Diamond resorts for those of you that are Hilton, Grand Vacation, and more used to that side. But you can see all the availability on Lake Tiki, Mystic Dunes, and so forth, because when I flip over, you'll see that there's not quite the availability for all of those. And you can see not everything has lots of availability, but quite a bit does. Leaky Tail Village has just a 2-bedroom economy. And so those are the managed ones, quite a few. The Crescent doesn't have that many in South Beach. And then that's the end of the managed. So hopefully this will work. Switch over to, here's the Atlantic, now looking at the Hilton Grand Vacation side of things. And again, you see very much the McAlpin. Then there's Crescent, doesn't show any inventory yet. I just showed you on the Diamond side it does. But there are some, like there's a Daytona Regency. The Cove at Ormond does not, but there was inventory available on the side. And then switching over to Orlando, you can see all the Hilton Grand Vacation ones have plenty of inventory, and that's what they showed up on the Diamond side. And I'm just scrolling down again. I'm out 6 months, so that there's the most availability. And there's Tuscany Villa. I'm just going through these, the Hilton ones. And then Mystic Dunes, there's only the 1-bedroom. It's like they're only moving some of the inventory over because they have to do it manually. Nothing at the Alhambra, although there was on the Diamond side. So it's kind of fascinating that there's quite a few. There's one, I think, that's also the Brian Spanish Cove and the Cypress Point. There seems to be availability. So they're still working on availability. And then again, like Leaky Tail Village has some. They're still working on that, getting the all the inventory synced up. But it's happening slowly but surely. And then go through the last. And on the Gulf side, all the ones from like, Sanibel Island and Marco Island don't show much availability on the Hilton side, and there's none showing on the Diamond side because it looks like there is none. And I didn't see any of these showing up. Fort Myers, again, that's now where I think we're showing the Diamond, and there's not a lot here. So again, it's not clear what the rollout is. I have a owner update coming, and I'm going to ask a bunch of questions. But there you have it. That's Florida. And I'm going to actually use the Diamond Resort because it's a little easier to see because there's 3 locations. So notice here with all the H's right here, that's the Ocean Tower. All the Hilton properties are showing with availability. And they're also the same availability on the Hilton side, so it's easier to do it on one screen here. Then you can see the ones in Honolulu as well. And you'll notice that there's no availability in Maui, but you do see the Modern. Modern was not showing yet in the Hilton side. And the Point at Poipu, even though there was only one choice here, was not showing on the Hilton side. So there's no availability on the Kaanapali and no real availability on the Hilton Maui, and they don't show here as well. So it seems to be an accurate reflection for all of Hawaii. That you do have availability on the Hilton properties. The Point at Poipu doesn't seem to be loaded, nor does the Modern seem to be loaded, at least on my end. So that's the status of Hawaii. Looking at Indiana, out 6 months, and you can see that the availability of the 1-bedroom is there. So again, we're starting to get into spring, so that's a good sign that the South Bend. I'm not sure when we'll see some of the other inventory. Some of it looks like just partial stuff is loaded. I didn't check on the Diamond side because I saw that there was availability. So there is some availability, but right now it's only the 1-bedrooms. I'm guessing not all the inventory is loaded, but there you have Indiana. On the Hilton Grand Vacation side, and it's not showing went out 6 months. It's not showing any availability, but I did log into the Diamond site, and there did show availability. So I think in this case, I don't think they've loaded inventory at this point. And again, this is on the Hilton Grand Vacation side, but I did log into Diamond as well. And you can see the Alara, and there was availability both on here and the Diamond side. So there's availability, not on everything, but quite a bit. And then moving to the Flamingo, which is also available on the Diamond side. It looks to be all the Hilton Grand Vacations are available on the Diamond site now, because I have HGVMax on that side. And then the Boulevard, plenty of availability there, and likewise is available. Trump International was also available on the Diamond side, plenty of availability. Cancun Resort, you can see there's availability. I'm not sure why the Penthouse, there may just not be inventory, or maybe it's all sold. I didn't look at that great a detail. Desert Paradise is available, Polo Towers. So pretty much Nevada is fully on board and online and available for you to book it. Both the Diamond sites and the prior Hilton Grand Vacation sites. Looking at New Mexico on the Hilton Grand Vacation side, and you can see that it is available, which is amazing. Santa Fe is a wonderful place. There's just the one bedroom mostly, the one bedroom deluxe. So I suspect there's just not that much inventory there, and that's not surprising. Santa Fe is very difficult to book, particularly in the April, early May timeframe, which is what 6 months out from now is. So, and again, it's available on the Diamond site as well. North Carolina, here we have the two resorts, and we're not showing anything at Beechwood Resorts. We are showing inventory at the Fairway Forest. Interestingly enough, on the Diamond side, we do see inventory at the Beechwood Resorts. So I think, again, this is just a situation where they're working through the process. They said the integration would take us a while, and so we don't quite see all the inventory. And again, I don't know that all the inventory is loaded for any of this, but at least we're seeing quite a bit of new stuff being added just really in the month of October, not long after the launch. Through South Carolina, and again, I went out 6 months just to look at inventory, and you can see there's quite a bit of availability on Anderson Ocean Club, and this was available also on the Diamond Resort site, as was Ocean 22, the Ocean Enclave. So you did say that. I didn't see any availability for the Ocean Oak or Liberty Place on the Diamond site, but that doesn't look to be like there's any inventory available on the Hilton side, so that's probably appropriate that it's not showing. So I don't know whether it's not loaded or they're just reflecting the fact that there's no inventory. So I do believe it's loaded on the Diamond site, but there is no inventory. So there you have South Carolina. Just want to show there is availability limited at Bent Creek. None at Sunrise Lodge, but just so you know, I logged in, again, I have both accounts, and I logged into my Diamond account, and there was no availability for Sunrise Ridge Resort on that site as well, so it's not clear whether the inventory is loaded or it's just not really available. And there you have Tennessee. So I did see availability for Sunrise Lodge, and you can also see it on the Diamond side, so it does show available. What was interesting is it doesn't show availability for Cedar Breaks Lodge, but it does show on the Diamond side. So something still isn't integrated, because I do see some availability in Cedar Breaks earlier. I'm just scrolling back now a little bit until I saw it a little bit earlier. There you go. So there is some, but it looks like only a little bit has been loaded in, maybe just the junior villas and not the others, because I saw quite a bit of availability on the Diamond side. So still a work in process, it looks like, for Utah and the integration of the Hilton Grand Vacations and HGVMax. And yeah, again, I moved out 6 months just to see what the availability was. Ocean Beach shows none, but there's plenty on the Diamond side when I logged into my account there. So I think there's an integration. And Ocean Air also had plenty, although it shows here some outside the window that you can book it. So it looks like that's still in process. And then obviously here in Williamsburg, there's plenty of inventory, and there was inventory on the Diamond side. It doesn't look like they've loaded all the unit types, but some is coming online. And I did not, and the beach quarters was available, as was the boardwalk on the Diamond side, but it looks like that's not been loaded in. And you do see a little bit here in Williamsburg. It looks like Williamsburg's loaded in, but Virginia Beach, even though it's available on the Diamond side, it's not yet made it over to the Hilton side, because there was availability, just so you know. So when they do get to it, it's going to be great with a lot of additional places to go, but not yet there.